Hello, this is the Truth Slayer, and I am here to answer your questions. Truth Slayer 1974, you always make awesome vids. What is your favorite wrestling match? Well, my favorite wrestling match is from Japan and Ring of Honor. Sorry, I just wanted to start off like that. You ever notice when he used to do a Q&A video, Truth Slayer, he would always read his compliments that he would get in his questions? It's just something that always amused me. Anyways, you got to forgive me because I don't sound very well right now. Seasonal flu and all of that wonderful stuff. So I'm just responding to a topic video that, of all people, Dalyxman did. And if I've said it wrong, please forgive me. And actually, I noticed or came aware of this video because Kyle Enjoys Wrestling did a video response and I saw it, so I'm responding to the both of them. So the topic was, do you buy Sheamus as a credible face champion? And people are doing a lot of responses. I have yet to see them all, so I'm just going to say what I feel before I'm influenced by anything else. My thought is, and from what I am aware of, a lot of people are talking about the 18-second match that he had with Daniel Bryan and feeling that that was one of the things that didn't help him. For me, one of the reasons why people don't buy him as a credible world champion, there's several factors. For me, you have to go all the way back to 2009 when he was starting to emerge on their TV, and you have to go all the way back then and look into how he was presented or pushed in the first few months. He was on ECW for a little bit, and then obviously Triple H did that famous interview that the internet wants to kill him for when he said Sheamus was the next guy, and then within 3 weeks he was put in a main event program with John Cena when fans had not really become familiar with him, had accepted him and gotten used to him, and at a time when he wasn't even over. And then within a few weeks he was WWE champion against John Cena and he won the belt. And I felt that that push that they gave him, where they just threw him into the lion's den, so to speak, and rushed a WWE title run and a main event run on him so quickly, hurt him, especially in the future. I feel that had they, and I've done this in a video before, in my opinion, he should have won his first world title or been booked to have won his first world title now, not 3 months into debuting on TV. There's very few people you could do that with. I felt that hurt Del Rio too, because for me, once you've won the belt once you've won the belt once or twice, it's quite hard to really get fans to anticipate a chase and get behind you. And had there been 2 years of steady progress where Sheamus just smashed guys around for the next year, from 2009 onwards, established that credibility as a monster heel or a ass-kicking heel, and really established that throughout the 2010 period, and then into 2011 was moving up the ranks to the point where he was in an important match at WrestleMania, maybe against someone like an Undertaker, which would have given him some credibility, or someone very established, and then won the Royal Rumble, and then was given the actual proper push that he should have been getting, then I think things would be a lot different. Because in addition to rushing him into a world title run when fans were not ready to accept him in that role, I also feel that now, when you fast forward into this period, also, I just want to quickly backtrack, in addition to that, when he was the world champion, when you look at him, you think, well, monster heel. He wasn't given any credible wins that someone of his look and stature should have been getting. He was getting fluke wins over guys like Randy Orton and Cena, when really he needed a convincing win because he needed all the help he can get. And a lot of people have this argument, well, he's a cowardly heel. Cowardly heels, heels, not cowardly, but heels in general, it's realistic. But I don't always agree with that, heels win in a cheap way all the time. When you look in real life and you look at guys like Floyd Mayweather and Josh Koscheck, who are presented as heels in their sports, they come out and fight you and beat you convincingly. So I think that the same should have been applied to, some of the heels in the company, especially Sheamus when they were throwing him into the lion's den so early. Anyways, 1 second. Just having my tea. So, as I was saying before, at the Royal Rumble, when they did push him, and when he was pushed to win the Royal Rumble, and even leading into it, WWE didn't do enough to present him as the guy, the man, the be-all, end-all of the Smackdown show. He was a bit player in the WWE overall, and that's the next thing that hurt him. And to be honest with you, with the way that was presented, you may as well thought that they were feuding for the US title or the Intercontinental title, or even worse, the European title, with the way that feud was presented. They were not presented as the two main key guys on SmackDown or in one of the key matches at WrestleMania. They were, and obviously so, would be overshadowed with the presentation of Undertaker and Triple H and Rock and John Cena. Those were the two big matches, and then CM Punk and Jericho was the other match, underneath that. Those three matches were presented as the most important things there, and if they had probably changed the presentation of Sheamus from January to WrestleMania and really presented him as the guy, as the be-all, end-all, maybe that would have helped him. So in a lot of ways, the WWE kind of hurt themselves, and I feel that is my reason as to why the WWE the fans have not fully bought into Sheamus as a credible champion and as one of the top stars in the company. And that's just my thoughts and my opinions on that. Excuse me, I'm really scratchy. So I'm gonna put this up. Hopefully it will upload. I'm gonna do another video in about 5 minutes because I will need to talk about Daniel Bryan and this 18-second thing. Or actually, maybe... No, I will talk about the Daniel Bryan thing. I was going to talk about Chris Jericho. I will talk about the Daniel Bryan thing next. And, well, let me know what you think. And anyone who hasn't seen Carl's video or Dalyxman's video, the originator of the topic, please do. And let's see what everybody says. So, I will get out of your way now. Thank you.